Hello everybody, today is Friday, December 4th. It's 3:49 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I have another video update for you featuring the BWT Precision Auto Trader. Today was a fantastic day for the Auto Trader. Before I go any further, first, the required disclaimer. Okay, I finally got my data issues straightened out, so today we have a full day of trading for each of the charts that the system is running on. And so first up, we have the DAX on the BWT Precision Renko chart, and there was quite a few trades today here. Nevertheless, it finished up at plus 2,500 on the DAX, which I believe is hitting its profit goal. So we have a daily goal of 2,500, a loss limit of 1,750. This is trading two contracts in the DAX. Know that the DAX is quite a volatile market, so it can swing widely. But this was today's big winner so far, but the E-mini S&P on the 15-minute chart hasn't closed yet. So here we have the E-mini S&P on the 15-minute chart, and it's just about 10 minutes before the close of the regular session, and I forgot to bring over the time and sales. So here is the time and sales. It's about 8 minutes before the regular session close for the financial futures markets. The E-mini S&P trading at 89.50 by 75, as you can see here, and just at 3:52 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The date today is the 4th of December, which is Friday, and we entered this trade at 2064.50. So this is 25 points in the E-mini S&P, which is a huge trade. That's 100 ticks in the E-mini S&P. So just think for a moment that all of the trading rooms out there and vendors showing trades and charts, very few people show a trade like this live in the market that has 25 points or 100 ticks in the E-mini S&P. Now, granted, this is a 15-minute chart, so your targets and your stops are going to be larger, but your rewards are also going to be larger. So we have, this is trading three contracts, by the way. So the open P&L right now is $1,200, about $1,200 on a single contract. The first two contracts hit their targets and were taken off here, one at 10 points and then one at 15 points, and then the last contract here. So perhaps I'll come back to this in a few minutes right at the closing bell. Okay, next up is the 30-year Treasury bond. There's been huge moves in the Treasury bonds. This particular chart has a daily goal of 2,000 and a loss limit of 1,200, and it hit its daily goal in 3 winning trades and 0 losers. And although I don't like to show historical trades, actually part of this trade was not historical from yesterday, but it also hit its daily goal yesterday. Even though this is historical, I checked it out, and the trades would have been possible, as this particular setup is a stop order, so it's going to enter the trade. So the 30-year Treasury bond hitting its goal. Okay, next up is the gold contract, and we had a fantastic entry off the open. So our entry here was at about 1064.20 and closed at 1080.50. So that was 20 points in the gold, resulting in it hitting its profit goal here of 2,000, and the auto trader caught this very large move. Okay, next up is the DAX on a Unirenko chart, and This did 1500 for the day, and you can see the trades here. And this was actually its goal, 1500 daily goal and a 1500 loss limit, and that was hit early in the day. The system, this strategy began trading at 9:30, and it looks like it hit its goal within 20 minutes of trading. So there were no trades after this. So the volatility in the DAX paying off very quickly. Okay, another chart on the gold. On this time on the Superenco 6 tick, and there was basically 2 winners and 0 losers. So we had a short and then a long. So this long also catching the big move, but having a modest profit goal of 1500. It was and that it caught the sell on the open. I guess they faded it and then they took it up strong. So it caught both trades here. Beautiful entry and entry position on both trades and hitting its goal. So 1500 trading 2 contracts on the gold on this chart. Okay, it's 1 minute before the close, and just going to let this play out as I'll bring the time and sales over here. Just a few seconds before the close, we will see the 15-minute chart exit its trade here, and that just happened just as I spoke. Right as it clicked to 4 p.m., the last position was covered at the regular session close at 89.25, and that gave us a P&L of 24.50 on 3 contracts in the ES, catching this rather large move early in the session. Okay, next up is the DAX on a Unirenko chart, and we had quite a few trades in this session, but it managed to close out at 19.25 for the day on 2 contracts. And there was 31 winners and 24 losers. On this chart. Now that may seem like a lot of trades, but keep in mind that the way this is counted is if I'm trading 2 contracts and I have a buy and a sell, that counts for 4 trades. So it was probably about 15 round turns. Okay, so next up is the crude oil on the Precision Renko chart, and it hit its goal of 1500 for the day, and it looks like about 12 round turns. I went back and counted the trades, so it's actually the winners plus the losers divided by 2 because it's 2 contracts. So probably about 10 round turns here to get to this. Okay, next up is the crude oil and the Superenco 7 tick, and this chart has been quite consistent, once again hitting its daily goal. Its modest goal of 1200 was handled in just a couple of trades, as it usually does. So this has been a chart we've shown a lot. The CL and the 7 tick Superenco, just a few trades today, but hitting its goal, just shy of its goal anyway. Okay, next up is the E-mini S&P on the Superenco 8 tick, and it also took advantage of movement in the market today. So it looks like we have 6 winners and 2 small losers here. Here's the 2 small losers, and then the remainder of winners closing out at 1487 for the day. Okay, so I'm going to bring over the control center for NinjaTrader and show you all the winners and losers and go back and recap everything. So it looks like the biggest winner of the day was the DAX on the Precision Renko chart at 2500 on 2 contracts. We had the gold on the Unirenko chart, two contracts at 1970. We had the bonds on the Super Renko 6 tick hitting its goal of 2,000, some slippage on the end, trading two contracts. We had the DAX on the Unirenko coming close to its daily goal. We had the crude oil trading two contracts on the Precision Renko hitting its goal of 1520. We had the DAX on another different size Unirenko chart doing 1500 for the day. We had the gold again on Super Renko 6 tick hitting its goal of 1500 for the day. The E-mini S&P on the Super Renko 8 tick did 1487. The 15-minute chart for the E-mini S&P closing the day at 2450 on three contracts. The Super Renko, the crude oil on the Super Renko 7 tick did 1190. And then on the Super Renko 10 tick and the 5 tick on the crude, some insignificant gains here of $180. And then the losing charts were down here below. So as you can see, the winning systems were far ahead of the losers, and the losers here mostly modest. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up this video as this is a little bit longer than usual. If you'd like to find out more about the Precision Auto Trader, please visit our website and feel free to contact us at systems@bluewavetrading.com or give us a call at the number on the website. Thanks for watching today.